the Border-Gavaskar Trophy, a series that epitomizes cricketing excellence and fierce rivalries, concluded on a somber note for Indian fans. A 3-1 loss to Australia on home soil, an outcome that seemed improbable before the series, has left more questions than answers about the state of Indian cricket and its leadership. While moments of brilliance flickered, they were overshadowed by glaring shortcomings, particularly from some of the team's biggest names. The struggles of the Big Two. The spotlight naturally falls on India's two stalwarts, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, whose underwhelming performances have become the focal point of this post-mortem. Rohit Sharma, the skipper, and a batsman revered for his elegance, has averaged a mere 10.9 across his last 8 tests, with only one half-century to his name. His decision to sit out the final test in Sydney, citing concerns about his form and its impact on the team, was both surprising and revealing. While it showcased accountability, it also underlined his struggles as a leader, failing to inspire with either the bat or his decisions. Then there's Virat Kohli, the man who once ruled Australian bowlers with an iron fist. While Kohli did produce an unbeaten century in Perth, a masterclass that reminded us of his greatness, it was an outlier. In all his other outings, he succumbed to a familiar demon, the teasing line outside off stump. His inability to resist chasing deliveries resulted in repeated dismissals, leaving fans frustrated and Kohli himself visibly dejected. His reactions, slumping over his bat in Melbourne and punching his leg in Sydney, spoke volumes about the inner turmoil of a player desperately seeking answers. The collective collapse of the batting unit. India's batting, once its most reliable department, was a pale shadow of itself. Apart from the sporadic brilliance of individuals like Shubman Gill or Rishabh Pant, the lineup lacked resilience and application. Chechwar Pujara, India's wall, seemed to have lost his impenetrable edge, while the lower order crumbled under pressure. The failure to adapt to Australian tactics, particularly against spin and disciplined fast bowling, was glaring. Even on home tracks, the inability to convert starts into big scores proved fatal. The lone warrior, Jasprit Bumrah. In stark contrast stood Jasprit Bumrah, the shining light in an otherwise gloomy series for India. With 32 wickets at an astonishing average of 13.06, Bumrah's relentless accuracy, pace, and leadership elevated him to a new pedestal. Taking over as stand-in captain for the final test, Bumrah showcased tactical acumen and a fighting spirit that earned him the Man of the Series title. Yet, even his Herculean efforts were not enough to mask the inadequacies of those around him. His absence due to a back niggle in the final test was the nail in the coffin for an Indian side already on shaky ground. Leadership, accountability, and Gambhir's perspective. Head coach Gautam Gambhir added depth to the discourse, emphasizing the importance of fairness and hunger in the dressing room. His words carried a dual message, one of support for Rohit and Kohli, but also a challenge to them. Ultimately, Gambhir said, "This is not my team, nor your team. It's the country's team." His insistence on accountability and the need for players to recognize their contribution, or lack thereof, was a thinly veiled message to the veterans. Gambhir's reflections extended to the broader roadmap for Indian cricket. With no tests until June 2025, when India tours England for a 5-match series, the question looms, is it time to invest in younger talent? Rohit will be 38, and Kohli 37, by then. Gambhir acknowledged that forms, attitudes, and circumstances could change in the months ahead, leaving the door open for strategic recalibration. The role of domestic cricket and moving forward. Gambhir's call for prioritizing domestic cricket was a reminder of its foundational role in shaping future stars. As the Ranji Trophy resumes, it presents an opportunity for players to rediscover their form and reaffirm their commitment to red ball cricket. For the veterans, participation in domestic competitions could serve as a litmus test for their hunger and relevance. The emotional fallout, fans and pundits react. The aftermath of the series has seen emotions run high among fans and pundits alike. The Indian Express lamented the poor showing of the Big Two, while the Times of India criticized dubious selections and colossal batting failures. Commentator Harsha Bhogal and legend Sachin Tendulkar heaped praise on Bumrah, with Tendulkar declaring, "Jas is just the best in the world." Yet, the overarching narrative remains one of collective disappointment and unfulfilled potential. A moment of reckoning. This loss, while disheartening, serves as a moment of reckoning for Indian cricket. It's a reminder that even the most dominant teams cannot afford complacency. Leadership, strategy, and execution must align for sustained success. The Border-Gavaskar Trophy may be lost, but the lessons it offers are invaluable. For Rohit, Kohli, and the rest of the team, the road ahead is clear. Introspection, recalibration, and a renewed hunger to take Indian cricket forward. The stage is now set for a new chapter. Will Indian cricket rise from this setback stronger, or will this loss mark the beginning of a challenging transition period? Only time will tell. But as Gumby aptly put it, whatever happens, will happen in the best interest of Indian cricket.